Welcome to an overview of Release 103. In this release we've made a number of improvements, first in our Google G Suite integration. If your organisation has a Google G Suite domain, this can be integrated with Itslearning. Contact Itslearning support to do this. If you've connected your Google account in your personal settings in Itslearning, when you're in a Google product you'll see the Itslearning icon in the Google drawer and can log directly into Itslearning from here. 500,000 users now have Itslearning in their Google App drawer. With this release you can now not only use files in your Google Team Drive in Itslearning, but also any shared file that you have edit permissions for. You no longer need to be the owner of a file to add it to the resources in your course or as an attachment in an assignment in Itslearning. If you've previously been using a Google document for your pupils to collaborate in an Itslearning task, this will still be possible. But from Release 103 you'll also be able to use G Suite and a group assignment in the assignment tool to do this, and Itslearning will handle all the permissions for the group members on the Google file. Itslearning has recently released a new app for Chromebooks. This is available from the web store on a Chromebook, or your Google administrator can push it out to all devices. When you're logged into your Google account on your Chromebook, you can now simply click on the Itslearning app to be logged straight into Itslearning. Other improvements for Chromebook users can be seen when you upload a file. Now you'll see just Google Drive and any other cloud services you have enabled on the menu. If you only have a Google enabled, you'll be taken straight to the Google File Picker when you click to upload a file. We've made some changes to the all-in-one grader so that even if you disable Office Online in your site settings for users, it'll still be used in the grader to display work previously annotated in Office Online. If your organisation uses the registration feature in Itslearning for users to book appointments, for example with their tutor, or places on an activity, a number of improvements have been made. Teachers can now also choose to allow students to edit or remove their choices completely if necessary. A registration will now show up on a student's task list and in personal summary and 360-degree reports. Although it was possible to include a registration in a learning path as one of the things that a student needed to do, they now have to actually register for a slot rather than just open the tool before they can move on. The task tool has also seen some improvements, and it's now easier to see what to do with attached files as the eye icon has gone, and instead each file will have its own drop-down menu of options. In Release 103 there's now a new option to have Itslearning automatically create randomised course groups for you. You can decide to distribute students evenly over a number of groups or to create groups with a set number of students in each. We've also improved our security even more. We've adopted a process that you'll be familiar with in many other situations. Now if a user's email address is added to or changed in your settings, Itslearning will automatically send an email to the new address for confirmation. Administrators on FE or HE sites now have a setting to opt for a terminology more suited to their setting. And finally, another small but very useful addition is a search box in course resources.